Hello, my name is Martin Millsap, and this is my World of Memories Raw, the Redux.
That took you forever to get through, Mel.
Are the laws of nature and physics different in Raw? Are there magical creatures? The laws of nature in Raw are mostly the same, as there's no electricity in terms of it's replaced by the harness of magic. Cities take magic away to use it, and then give it back through rituals and death. For more in-depth look, the mainline transportation across countries and continents is through airships and portals through the underground rail system. Are the laws of nature and physics different in Rora? Are there magical creatures? Continued. Yes, there are magical creatures, of course. There are magical creatures everywhere. Dragons that run the skies, titans that roam the earth. Even some considered mortals, kitsune, centaurs, lexodons, giants, sphinxes, and etc. also live among them. Are there living technology? Of course. Some are geared golems that lay in dormant for the sacred ruins of the earth. How does the magic work? What effect does it have on those who use it? The way the magic works is through attunement. People have powers, but only few can properly wield it. The eternal goddess, the eternal goddess Alara, Scripture Yon 274. Too long didn't read. All people have powers. All people have magic, but only for those that seek to actually know how to wield it, knows how to wield it properly. The way magic works is by taking in all the elements around you and basically using the ambient and pure source of it to release it through your body. Continuing on with that, there are there are multiple ways of taking in ambient magic through one's soul, but the repercussions in doing so normally consume the person, or they are dead, or most of the time gods or goddesses have a tendency to take them away because within this world, only people or living things that have souls can actually use magic. On the other side, if a person were to survive on the good side of things, they would gain potential power that's beyond normal limits. Bad points, well, the person can become connected to the maelstrom, losing all free will and have their body controlled by emotions of the world it inhabits. Where does the magic come from? The magic comes from the planet, from gods, or from people themselves, willpower and such. Gods tend to lend their powers to those who are truly devoted to them. Some give in to nature to learn its ways, and then there are those that draw it through their own, well, will and power, will and, well, soul themselves. Is there a profession, art, and jobs for magic users? Well, magic is a tool, though it is used for, I would say, you know, starting fires, war, and such. It is also used to create, bring life, and, well, help those in need. Most of the time, it's used for science in order to, well, further develop, and artists normally use it to, well, show design, acrobatics, and for presentations if need be. Can magic or spells be abused? How and does this happen often? Of course, of course it can. But normally those who try to abuse magic are quickly executed. By the order of Mala and the Alaran Angels, normally those that try to abuse magic are immediately sought down and completely killed. Some escape to the subsurface, which is the, well, underground, but others are met with horrific fate, even those that survive the subsurface are not allowed in such chaos. Is magic considered a science, or is scientists and wizards rivals or friends? Magic is considered a science. Yes. Science is an integral part of the world's development. And throughout magic, it only further pushed along being able to create new materials or create new technology that was way beyond them from before. Potions, crafting, weaponry, enchantments are all used to help this endeavor. What is the status of magicians have in society? Are there lesser people, nobles, etc., etc.? No, everybody is a mage. Thus, there's no, I guess, hierarchy of people who can use magic and people who can't. Are there thieves, royalty, and civilians, guards, farmers? Yes, of course. But good mix it are normally middle to lower class. There's a very low higher class, but they normally aren't used. People in Underdark see people everybody as equals in terms of goths and etc. How far back? How far back are there? How far back are there or tales of historical events? How widely known are these? History goes back to the renewal era, which is perspective to see a documented 8 millennia ago. Normally, the era was engraved in memories of anybody who was born in Aurora, no matter what. It's a quick reminder to show that the mortal realm was almost completely wiped out by their own gods, if need be. As Aegis, the god of time and creation, and the first son of Laura, he was the one who had to wield the Maelstrom to, well, recreate the world as they know today. Where did civilizations begin? What directions did it spread? Technically, civilizations began within the continent of Yami. Yami is known for being the motherland, and thus Alaran, the capital city of the surface, lies there. From where it spread, all directions, even in the sky. For those that live in the underground, it also went to the underground. The presence of non-human races, if any, humans, elves, halflings, orcs, dragons, half-orcs, lexodons, etc. Yeah, no stranger. You see them all on the side. How many people are there in the country? What is considered a small town, a large town, city in terms of the number of people? For example, Novella, the center country of Mortel, is about 3 million people. For small towns such as Janal, range from 2,000 to 5,000 people. For large towns, Trinul range either 7,000 to 10,000 people. And cities such as the capital, Lauren, goes to either 20,000 or 40,000 people. What personal weapons are available to anyone who can afford them? Most weapons such as swords, guns, occasional shotguns, daggers, axes can all be bought by anyone. Things such as mauls, lances, snipers, and enchanted weapons are reserved for the military, and weapons such as rapiers and more specifically designed equipment is normally set aside for noble blood. Which geographical, there's the word, areas are the most heavily populated, least, and are certain areas or terrains more popular with races than others, and why? Mainly since the world is mainly filled with valleys, greenlands, and mountains, I would say greenlands are the heaviest, followed by the mountain regions. Goliaths, orcs, centaurs are normally reside in the mountains, while elves, humans, and fawn and tabaxis are in the greenlands, mainly due to their physical prowess and secluded nature. Are there magical weapons? Can magic be used in warfare, and how? Are spells used in warfare, and are they fast enough? Yes. Since mentioned before, enchantments and magical materials are a thing. Magic is used for spying, stealth, bombardments, and there are arcanas that enhance the magical user's power. Yes, all the time people use divine magic to smite those that deem them unworthy. There are and magic is the fastest way of doing something in the instance notice. What kinds of people face prejudice? Why? And is there a base? Is this based on a law or public attitude? Has anyone ever defied these prejudice? There are two levels of Royal: the surface, which is the land of light and creation, normally consists of humans, elves, tabaxi, centaurs, lexicons, so forth. The soul is the reason why those of normally or heaven blood shall live in peace through Alara's eyes. At least that's what it's claimed to be, and thus those of demonic or unwanted folk, such as orcs and such, are normally outcasts. Continuing on, then there is the Underdark, where anything of most people sees unworthy are put down. Mostly drow, fallen angels, orcs, kobolds, etc. live in these particular darkness. This was due to the purge of the Eternal Era, where those of higher order at the time thought to purify those that aren't their blood or tainted by the lower gods at the time of Aegis. Is the economy based on money or a bartering system? Or both? Both. While most of the time money is used for gaining product from restocking, bartering is mainly used for local trades and occasional country trades for product and such as rice and wheat, so on and so forth. The main trade that the Surface and the Underdark does is material trades, for where silver is mainly found in the Underdark and rare is mainly found on the surface. What level is medication at? Who are the healers? Do you need talent to heal, or do you train? Who trains the people who work in the healing field? The healing field is mainly due to people of, well, anyone. Anyone that is interested in learning medical, such as herbal or magical, is useful. Namely, traditional doctors and clerics are those that normally are healing, and those that are trained are normally taught by the doctors and clerics themselves. Same thing goes for the Underdark, which normally has a monopoly on hospitals and such. It's interesting. Are there magical ways of transportation? Are they faster or slower? Are they safer or not? The world is filled with airships, horses, and carriages, cars, vehicles, trains, and portals. Most are faster, but some are slower due to distance and time to charge. Mostly yes, but in terms of safety, portals send you to the sun, and then it just sends you, well, to Bufu Island.